Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Nelson. Here's a look at what's going on this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. Prior to his visit to Abu Dhabi from February 3rd through the 5th, Pope Francis has sent a video message to the people of the region expressing his gratitude for being able to come and participate in an interreligious meeting.
Pope Francis sent this video message to the United Arab Emirates. He is the first pope to travel to the Arab Peninsula. There he will attend an interreligious meeting.
Alza un'arma laico. Sono felice di questa occasione offertami dal Signore per scrivere sulla vostra terra una nuova pagina di storia delle relazioni tra le religioni, confermando che siamo fratelli, pur essendo differenti.
The Pope was invited by the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, who governs the country and visited the Vatican in 2016. In the UAE, they will both participate in an interreligious meeting on human brotherhood. It has been organized to promote tolerance. The Grand Imam of Al-Azhar University in Cairo will also be attending this meeting. He's a friend of the Pope and is the spiritual leader of the Sunni Muslims. He's also president of the Muslim Council of Elders, which was created by Emirates.
Ringrazio l'amico e caro fratello, il grande imam al-Azhar, il dottore Ahmed al-Tayeb e quanti hanno collaborato alla preparazione dell'incontro, per il coraggio e la volontà di affermare che la fede in Dio unisce e non divide, avvicina pur nella distinzione, allontana dall'ostilità e dall'avversione.
In his message to the United Arab Emirates, Pope Francis said it is a land that seeks to be a model of coexistence, human brotherhood, an encounter between different civilizations and cultures. The country has approximately 1 million citizens. However, it is also home to 9 million people who live there for work. Many of them are Christians. For this reason, Pope Francis will celebrate Mass in a stadium with around 130,000 people.
By the way, this year marks the 800th anniversary of the visit of St. Francis of Assisi to the Sultan of Egypt. The anniversary has a special meaning in the United Arab Emirates, which along with Oman and Yemen are served by the Apostolic Vicariate of Southern Arabia, a church jurisdiction entrusted to the Capuchin Franciscans. In news from around the country, Denver Archbishop Samuel Aquila, in a letter read at Masses last week, said that the new Comprehensive Human Sexuality Education bill being considered by Colorado lawmakers contradicts human nature and is inconsistent with Christian values. The Archbishop said the curriculum would have to promote abortion as an equal option to life, and parents wouldn't be notified before lessons were presented on gender identity and sexual orientation. The Colorado Catholic Conference said in a statement that parents are the primary educators of their children, and education policy must be crafted in a manner that places the needs of the children and parents first. The bill, which would also prohibit public schools from teaching abstinence-only sex education, is being backed by Planned Parenthood and the American Civil Liberties Union. More news from around the world. There was another event in Panama the day after the close of World Youth Day that brought together about 25,000 young people. The event was called the Vocational Encounter, and it was put on by the Neocatechumenal Way.
The day after World Youth Day ended, fruits from the week started to blossom. During this meeting organized by the Neocatechumenal Way, some 700 boys, 650 girls, and 600 families decided to give their lives to God. It was a vocational encounter in which around 25,000 young people from all over the world participated. It was presided over by the Cardinal of Boston, Sean O'Malley, who listened to Kiko Arguello, a co-initiator of the Neocatechumenal Way. He told the participants that afternoon was going to change many of their lives to become a fascinating adventure.
Necesita Dios cristianos.
God needs Christians to change the world so that the gospel is announced to all nations, because the most important thing in this world and in this life is the proclamation of the gospel.
Then he asked the boys to ask themselves if God was calling them to priesthood. After praying, 700 stood up and accepted the proposal. Next, he asked the girls the same question, if God is asking them to give him their lives. Around 650 responded affirmatively, some very emotional at their yes.
¡Ánimo, jóvenes! Uno que estaba aquí tan distraído.
To one who was so distracted, God says, "You, get up." To another girl he says, "You get up." She might have even had her boyfriend next to her.
La conversión de
Kiko's conversion has led to and allowed many to convert. We are so grateful for his conversion and for the Neocatechumenal Way. It has been a gift, a very special grace for the Church.
In addition, Kiko Arguello launched the same proposal to families. He told them to reflect if God is calling them to go on mission in a different country. Around 600 accepted. Therefore, to celebrate these generous gestures, the meeting concluded with fireworks.
And finally in the news, on January 31st, the 15 Dioceses of Texas released their list of priests against whom credible allegations of sexual abuse of minor have been determined. 278 individual clerics were listed that had credible allegations. Archbishop Gustavo Garcia of San Antonio called the release the just and right thing to do, and that it is a move forward in building a healthier community, a healthier society. The lists were compiled separately by each individual diocese. Many dioceses worked in cooperation with diocesan lay review boards, with some also working with independent consultants. Cardinal Daniel DiNardo of Galveston, Houston, president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, extended his deepest regret for the harm that has been done. The cardinal said that in multiple incidents over the years, the Church and her ministers failed to protect the most vulnerable souls entrusted to our care. He added it was his sincere hope that the list would be a step forward to healing for those who have suffered in the wake of such actions. There are more than 8.5 million Catholics in Texas and more than 1,320 parishes in the 15 dioceses. Well, that is all the information we have for you at this time. I'm Kevin Nelson. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV network.